In this video, I will be showing how to assign cell types with UCell on single-cell RNA sequencing data. So, I will introduce a UCell tool for you and how it can be used for cell type annotation. And later on, I will show you how to use this tool in Chipster. So, UCell is an R and Python package used for scoring gene signatures in single-cell RNA sequencing data. And with these scores, you can annotate cell types for each cell. UCell is based on the Mann-Whitney U statistic, and it's calculated with these formulas here. The actual UCell score is calculated with this formula here, and the Mann-Whitney U statistic is calculated with this formula here. Because UCell is based on Mann-Whitney U, it compares two groups without any assumption of the distribution of the data, and it has some benefits. What's new for UCell is that you can actually input positive and negative markers or gene sets, and with this you can get more accurate cell type annotations or, for example, look for cell states. So, how to annotate cells with UCell in Chipster? The tool is called Annotate Cells with UCell, and you will need a pre-processed serial object that has the clustering and UMAP information. You will also need a known list of cell types and a gene set for each cell type. This can be either a TSV file or you can manually input the cell types and genes. I will show you the next slides how to do it. After running the tool, you will get the annotated serial object, a feature plot of signature scores, and the UMAP plot of assigned cell types. Here is an example of an input TSV file in Excel. On the left, there is a simple scenario where you only have 3 cell types that needs to be annotated and just a few genes for each cell type. On the right, there's more complex scenario where you have more cell types and more genes. And in this scenario, you actually have also negative markers. If you decide to use the TSV file as the input, you can ignore the parameter cell types to plot and gene sets for cell types in the tool. I will talk about it later. Now I will quickly show how to make a correct TSV file in Excel on Mac. So here's the simple scenario where you only have 3 cell types and a few genes per cell type in this format. The first row will always need to be some kind of naming. Here is just cell type and genes, and the first column being cell types and the second column being genes. So this is the correct format, and this is like what we want to save now. So you hit the file, you hit save as, you name this whatever you want, where you want to put it, but what is important here is the file format. So Excel doesn't allow you to directly save TSV files, so you need to save this as tab delimited text first, save it, and then rename it afterwards. And if Excel asks anything like this, just say yes. And then you go to the file, you click it, and rename it so that the TXT end becomes TSV. You hit enter and just use the TSV format. And this is the file you want to upload to Chipster. You can also input the cell types and gene sets without the TSV file. On Chipster, there are 2 parameters. The first one is called cell types to plot, and this is where you would input the cell types with comma being the separator. The second parameter is called gene sets for cell types, and here you will start listing your genes for each cell type in the same order as you did input the cell types. So for example, these 3 genes here would be the gene set for T cells, and then you would type in this sep that separates the second gene set from the first cell type. So the genes right after the sep would go to B cells until the second separator comes. And finally, the output files of this tool. So you will get the annotated serial object from this tool, And you will also get three kinds of plots. So the first plot will be this feature plot showing the signature scores or module score from UCell, and this can be used as a sanity check. Then the second plot shows the assigned cell types per cell in this UMAP plot. And the third plot shows cell types assigned per cluster with the maturity principle. So for example, in cluster 1, 70% of cells are T cells. Then based on this maturity principle, the whole cluster 1 or every single cell in cluster 1 will be assigned as T cells. So this can be useful in some cases. And now I'm going to demonstrate this tool on Chipster, how to use this. So firstly, I have imported the cell type markers TSV file I just made in, so it's in here. And I also have the pre-processed Seurat object that has the clustering and UMAP information. So I'm going to use this both. So I'm going to select them. Then I'm going to find the tool. You can just type UCell here and you should find it. I'm going to check the parameters, make sure that the Seurat object is here on the Seurat object slot and the markers TSV file will go to its own slot. Since we are using the TSV file, we can now ignore these default parameters here. So you can either delete them or you can also leave them there. So it doesn't matter since we are using the TSV file. You also see that there's a few other parameters, width and height of the output plots, and also point size and label size. So you can play with these if you want. And now that we have everything set, we can just go and hit the run button and run tool for one job. Okay, the tool is ready now. So we got the two output files. So let's check the PDF file first. Yeah, here we can see the feature plot of these cell types I inputted. Then the second one will show the actual cell types for each cell. Note that in this example, we only have so few cell types and gene sets are kind of small, so this is not accurate, but this demonstrates the third plot quite well. So now we see that based on the maturity principle, each cluster gets like one cell type. And of course, we have the Seurat object with the annotation information, so this can be used later on.